in his own words. Now at 5:30, a man accused of killing a driver during a traffic dispute near Rittenhouse Square takes the stand in his own defense, talking about that fateful night. Michael White is charged with voluntary manslaughter in the stabbing death of Sean Schellenger.
For the first time, White spoke about the fatal confrontation. Our Joe Holden was in the courtroom where White took the stand today, and Joe joins us live from Center City with all the details of that testimony. Joe?
Good evening. We have pages and pages of the testimony from Michael White on the stand. Prosecutors asserting this is a deadly confrontation that did not have to happen. The Assistant District Attorney, Anthony Voci, asked, why couldn't you just pedal away westbound down Chancellor in the direction of your food delivery? Michael White answering, I wasn't sure if he, Sean Schellenger, was going to pull me off the bike and beat me up like he intended.
Michael, you want to say anything, sir?
Defendant Michael White said nothing when exiting the Criminal Justice Center. But in court on Tuesday, he told his side of the story to a Court of Common Pleas jury. Tensions ran high. The third-floor courtroom was filled to capacity with White supporters on one side and those honoring the memory of the victim, Sean Schellenger, on the other. His mother and other family members declined to comment when leaving court. White is charged in the July 2018 fatal stabbing of Schellenger. The deadly scuffle erupted in Rittenhouse. White was riding a bike, working his job as an Uber Eats delivery man. White met Schellenger in the midst of a traffic tie-up. White testified Schellenger was angry and looking to fight. He claimed Schellenger picked him up and swung him around. He told the jury, quoting, I only stabbed Sean Schellenger to try and get him off me. I was trying to scare him away with that knife. Sean Schellenger was in my face, about to beat the black off me. Family on both sides could be seen shaking their heads at times. Members of the Schellenger family buried their heads when video of the deadly encounter flickered across courtroom monitors.
And the jury is composed of 8 women and 4 men. During Michael White's testimony, they were on the edges of their seats as well. Next up, some more rebuttal, witnesses, and then closing arguments expected in the case tomorrow. Again, Michael White facing a charge of voluntary manslaughter. If convicted, he could see 20 years on the max behind bars. I'm back in a half an hour with much more on this case. There is a lot to talk about. Live outside the CJC in Center City, Joe Holden, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Joe, we'll see you then. Thank you.